Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal!
Oh my god, let's play a game together!
Yay!
Let's watch Scandal be a tiny little girl together! Yay!
Well, that is the one thing that I find to be really, again, very interesting in regards to the media that tends to be aimed at individuals who are socialized as men, or boys, is going like, you want a cute girl who's also cute and soft and fluffy, who seems also to basically not really be your intellectual equal, or also just not really be your equal in so many other areas. She's so naive, she's so innocent, she's so soft, you know, she's so, she just doesn't understand things about the world, but she inspires you and she gives you so many things. Now, what of course I'm talking about is the born sexy again. Born sexy yesterday trope. Which, if you guys haven't seen that video by Pop Culture Detective, I definitely recommend you go see it. And I think we've mentioned it before.
Couple of times.
And we've definitely linked to it, I'm pretty much.
We'll link to it again, because we know that different people watch different of our series.
Yes, it's true.
But the Born Sexy Yesterday one is really this experience of being this very innocent and naive, or culturally unfamiliar individual.
Yes.
One of the ones that has bothered me is one where it's like, she comes from somewhere else and is so naive. It's like, no, what she is she's a foreigner and she doesn't have context.
Right.
And you're going, no, she's super naive. I'm like, this is literally not her culture. You get it, just there's a difference.
Yes.
Anyway, but this idea that, you know, in a lot of games and a lot of stories pitched towards men, there's this idea of the woman being something that needs to be taken care of and protected and sheltered,
right.
And that he can provide that for her. And again, it doesn't provide him with an equal. And so it's not like you can't, as any gender, protect or help your partner.
Oh, yeah.
Or care for them or lift them up, or then, you know, like assist them in their experience.
Yeah.
And go, wow, they are inexperienced in this way, and I can provide that, you know, like more experienced side of that. But it is an experience very much of going, that is not the only value that men can bring to a relationship, is, you know, protecting and, you know, comforting and supporting and being more mature than.
Right.
Like, having an equal partner in your relationship that can add as much to you as you add to them can be super valuable.
Right? Well, there's also, I think, that thing, too, that sometimes people are basically afraid, going, yeah, but if my partner isn't lacking severely in some way, then what do I bring to the relationship? And then I'd be like, I'd honestly ask them, going, why do you need a relationship? Going like, you sound like you're basically only in a relationship to fix a problem. And you know what? That sounds like work. Go to work. Go do something else, but don't do that to people, because then you start basically controlling people. Because imagine if that person ever starts to change and they ever start to become better than that position that you started in that relationship. If you're not aware that that's the expectation that you have, you might start getting resentful of your partner, going like, you're not supposed to be better than this. You should, you know, be more disabled basically in that way.
Or limited.
So that I can help you, so that I can be there to support you, kind of thing.
I will say that in my own experience in like the personal development and self-help field, based on the books I've read and a couple of actually programs that I've joined, there's this very strong narrative of people talking about, I was afraid of my partner developing themselves. I was afraid of them getting smarter or getting more capable or getting more even like job skills or relationship skills or things like that, because I was afraid they wouldn't want me anymore. There's even a level of, I'm afraid if my partner loses weight, they won't want me anymore because they'll be more socially desirable than I am.
Yes.
And that's something to talk about with your partner, like right away, if you start noticing it and being like, hi, I have this worry or concern, and it's there.
There's also talking to a therapist. Sometimes like putting that amount of weight or pressure on your partner, while it's good to have a conversation with them about it, I'm totally saying yes, talk to them. But I also think it's a good thing sometimes to go and talk to a professional about it and go, hey, by the way, I really have this experience and I'd like to do something else.
Well, and that's a really good point, because just because you're telling your partner doesn't mean they're going to fix it, or that they should fix it, or the impetus is on them to fix it.
Oh, yeah.
What you're doing largely is informing them the space that you're in, so that they can have that knowledge. And I've talked about that before with some of my very good, you know, friends, going, sometimes they will tell me an experience or a space that they're in that may affect our interactions. And then it just helps inform me where they are and also where to react from. But it's not on me to fix or change it.
Yes, which some people actually take as, you know, that's exactly what that conversation is about. And it's very good and very, I think, very proper in that sense to make it very clear, going, this is how I am feeling in response to this. This is not about you, this is about me.
And this is about communicating so you understand more about me. not so you can fix or change this because it's not your fault.
Yes.
That's a really important thing as well in a lot of dynamics that I'm familiar with relationships between men and women.
Yes.
And that's specifically saying like, a heterosexual gender role kind of experience with a man and a woman in the relationship.
Right.
Where you've got this experience of going, a lot of times when the man has a problem, or when the woman has a problem, they'll put it on the other partner to fix it.
Yes.
And so it's when I'm telling you I have this problem or this challenge or this limitation or even just a struggle, you're going, and then me telling you is that you need to do something about it, not me telling you is going, and let's be aware of this together.
Right.
You know?
And also asking potentially even your partner for help. But anyway, let's keep going.
All right.
That's not the first time someone asked me that.
I get asked if I'm a ghost all the time.
Hi.
It's usually the first thing people say, like walking up and going, wow, you're tall. They go, hi, are you a ghost?
Hi, ghost. How are you?
Really?
Yes. They seem to be put off by the color of my skin. Oh my God.
Are we really just saying she's super, super, super pale?
Like,
she doesn't look
how
that pale
she
compared
really
to everyone
doesn't.
else is pretty pale.
I'm also just like, what kind of pale are we talking about? And also, I'm having a weird
really pale blue eyes and pink hair. Are we saying like partial albinism?
albinism. You mean?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's a regional pronunciation.
It might be as well.
Albino, albinism, yeah.
Well, I mean, albinism, albinoism. I don't even know.
It's fine.
But I'm like, I don't. What? Also, they seem to be put off. I'm like, put off? I'm like, I've actually run into people who have albinism, actually, where I lived in a particular place in Colorado where there was an individual who actually came into a place that I worked at McDonald's, who regularly came in, and she struggled, I assume she had a child with her, and she would be in there and she would order, and she had a very, very hard time seeing, and I wasn't ever put off by her skin at all. In fact, most of the time I was just kind of concerned, going like, she seemed to struggle a lot because her eyes were so sensitive.
Because it was so bright.
Squint so much just being indoors, and even like shading her eyes against the light kind of thing and still squinting really hard. Like, I'm like, is that what she's supposed to be? But again, I never thought anything of it other than she looked cool as hell because she had white eyelashes.
That's what I was gonna say.
And also like white hair.
If that's the case,
super cool.
Given her eyebrows and her hair, she's got some like some bomb ass mascara.
Yeah, she really does.
She is put together. She's got this. It's fine. I'm just like, but again, she doesn't look that pale to me. It'd be striking if they did color her way more white, like her nightgown kind of thing, or like that part of a plaid.
Right.
Anyway,
she looks mostly.
But also people going like, they're not like, wow, your color of skin is interesting or striking. They're just going, whoa. Is ghost supposed to be an insult? And she just responds to it positively. People ask me that rude thing all the time.
Yay! All the time. I look weak, right?
Whoa! And she starts crying.
Oh.
Like, boo.
Oh, baby, what?
That is a strong reaction. What? The same reaction as us.
What?
No. What have I done? I'm so sorry for that question. Rena, I didn't mean to offend you.
Oh, no, I wasn't offended.
I was just crying because, I was digging on myself.
What?
It wasn't about you.
I don't understand this character at all. Going like, no, I'm going to assure you that it has nothing to do with me and it's all about... nothing to do with you. It is all about me, actually, and I'm not following. That was.
I'm not offended. I'm just really sensitive. I don't know. We'll keep going.
Especially in regards to this is aimed more at. Oh God, what? I actually found your question a little funny as I cried at it.
I guess.
What? The answer is no.
No, not a ghost. It just makes me sad that people ask all the time. But I laugh at it because
people ask it all the time.
What else are you gonna do?
I'm not a ghost. At least not yet.
Oh, and then she goes sad
Oh my God,
again.
she cries again. What is with it?
Does she have something fatal? Is she really going, this is a mortality question for me?
This is a terminal
Like
illness.
everyone going, oh, are you a ghost? And she just thinks about the fact that she's dying soon. Or that she may die. Or she doesn't know if she'll survive this.
Oh God.
Oh, that would be
so
rough.
morbid.
Like, that's a little bit dark.
But I'm also like, why would you ever do this? Okay, so if they're trying to pull something, what is it called again? Terminal romance?
Oh,
the terminal romance genre?
Or like terminal tourism.
Yeah,
kind of
which is what it feels like. So if you don't know, there's an entire genre, and we've gotten really upset about it before. But I don't know if we've really ever discussed it on the channel. We have definitely discussed it off, just between the two of us. And it has been a terrible, and I personally find it to be kind of an offensive genre, but and again, I'm not going to stop anybody from writing it, but the whole idea of going like, what you have is you have romanticization basically of terminal illness, And
Yes.
it's really kind of creepy. And there are plenty of people who actually have terminal illnesses who have come out talking about it, going like, this
This
is
is
sometimes really sort of gross and feels exploitative.
And
Go
as I
ahead.
say, I think a lot of it is couched in the idea that the way the writers present it is that basically the romance or connection to this person is so much more profound and important because they're dying,
Yeah.
and that there's this inherent wisdom and awareness of life that is imparted to this person and that they have because they're dying.
Right.
And there are plenty of people going, look, I am still a dumbass hoe, but I am dying. Could you stop that?
Right.
You know, kind of thing. And I say that with pride, kind of
Yeah,
thing. But
like,
when people
really,
go,
like-
you know, when people get a magnet for their fridge that says dumb bitch and laughing at, you know,
Right.
it's
Or
just,
they have a shirt and they call it says baby slut on it.
right,
And
that
you feel
kind of
great.
thing. And that's just, it's their terminology to own.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're writing a book that is basically the romanticization of someone either as a mystical and desirable or really, you know, profound mentor character that has a terminal illness, and everyone's going, wow, they're just filled with wisdom, and it's related to the fact that they're dying.
If you want to see something that's somewhat similar in the way of things being romanticized, you can look up basically Orientalism. Orientalism is really interesting because it's romanticization of basically the Middle East.
Okay.
So then they were greatly offended because they were like, this is not how our culture works at all. But everybody went, oh yes, harem pence, and then we got the janglies and stuff. And I know it's a little bit off topic, but again, it's about that romanticization of something overblown to a certain degree for that culture that literally has no idea actually what's going on.
Well, and I was going to say, and it's just romanticization in general. If you're not familiar with it, you can look it up. And it is just adding a romantic element to making it, you know, basically, again, rose-colored and, you know, like flowery and beautiful, this thing for the sake of this thing.
Right? But it's also one of my favorite things to realize as well that a lot of things are romanticized because guess what? People can't have that amount of diversity of, you know, experiences. You can't have somebody who's for the most part, who's like, hi, I've been a terminally ill patient and I died. You know, kind of thing. And then I wrote my story.
Right, I'm going to write my own story, I kind of thing. I was like, but you can have people who are terminally ill writing terminal illnesses, or people with chronic illnesses writing chronic illnesses. Or again, you can write easily chronic or terminal illnesses without romanticizing the illness itself. So there's an important gravity there. Where in the same way that, you know, let's just last on something on like Twitter right now. You can write a himbo without romanticizing the fact that he's kind of dumb. Because usually himbos aren't specifically dumb, they're just not smart about the thing that is in question.
Right.
They're not, you know, developmentally delayed, if you will. They just have different priorities for their intellect.
Well, and some people have definitely pointed out, so in regards to the himbo thing, anyway, of being like, you're talking about basically the fact that, you know, people going, you can't sexualize that, and they're going, you're saying that people then, because that means you're romanticizing or sexualizing developmental disorders, they're going like, you're saying then that people with developmental disorders can't be sexual.
That's a big conversation. Huge thing, but I just was going, it's about what piece you focus on as being important and mystical or powerful.
Yes.
And when you turn I'm dying into important, mystical, and powerful, it kind of really just devalues real people's experiences in dying.
Ah, yes, the noble savage, or the mythical savage, as it were. That's a very common trope in the United States.
Now, there are a lot of people who've had near-death experiences that for them were a profound, you know, like, I've seen God, you know, a religious experience for them. And they write those things, but at the same time, it's just your focus. So, at least not yet. I clear my throat. At least not. Yep. You bet. He's like, change the topic. Let's not ask you about you. This is way too personal. Anyway.
I'm like, honestly, you walked into it, dude. You should probably ask.
I say,
like, I find this to be kind of offensive, but I also see where she was awkward about it, but I don't like it.
So for me, two of those things, like both of those times where she teared up, were essentially like, even if they were unintentional, sort of invitations to engage, because it was clearly an overwhelming of emotion that she couldn't hold down kind of thing.
Right.
And go, even if she's not ready to share, you could ask about sort of going, are you all right?
Yeah.
And if she deflects again, going, oh, yeah, I'm totally fine, like she did the first time, she deflected. but then asking again, but without any demand or obligation on her part, could be really valuable.
Which I will say, I honestly always find it to be really interesting. Many people have been critical of it, of going, well, I'm clearly not okay, and why the hell are you asking if I'm fine or if I'm okay? And it's like, because sometimes that's going, can I engage? Is there something that I should know about that's in greater depth or detail, or where can I help? But most people's shorthand language has really mostly gone towards, at least in the United States, as far as I've seen, is asking, are you okay? Are you all right? And instead of, can I help?
Right.
What's going on in particular? Hi, did anything change? Because there are some people, like this individual clearly, where it's like, okay, we can assume that she's basically somebody who has some form of terminal illness by what she's talking about, whether or not she's a nurse or not, who knows? I would imagine she is.
Or potentially terminal illness.
Yeah, potentially terminal illness. But just like, now I lost my train of thought, sorry. Excuse me. I don't remember. It's fine.
That's okay. Anyway, that basically that if we're engaging with her, we can at least continue to offer to engage.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, why are you hitting that thing in the first place? Butterfinger!
Oh. Don't lay a finger on my butterfinger.
It's not yours yet.
It's mine now.
It's totally mine. I put the money in. It's mine.
It's totally mine. I paid for it.
I point at the vending machine.
Oh, that. I dropped a coin in the slot and
everything is tears. You are not okay, baby. Like I say, baby, like just like as me, a person going this character over here.
She is baby.
Like
that is baby.
Right now is baby. I was gonna say, just going. Are you? I know you are not okay, but what do you need? What do you need, dear?
I love the fact that she has a bunny pig.
They're because of the footies. Yeah, they look like hooves.
Yeah, and
it is. It's kind
bun.
of a bun pig.
A bun pig.
A pig bun.
Pig bun.
I like pig bun. That sounds
pig
cute.
bun sounds adorable.
I know.
It sounds like a food.
But for me, I'm just like, looks like it's got Lugia arms. So
yeah. Oh, I'm surprised you would bring that up. Good job.
I am slowly learning Pokemon things. It's fine.
It's fine.
But pig bun sounds good.
It wouldn't give me the chocolate.
May you put a singular coin in. Do any of those things in there cost 1 coin, no matter the denomination, like for reals?
I have sometimes been in places, even now, where they're like 25 cents.
That's true. Like, I have actually been in some venues, and that's fair, where specifically they have discounted stuff in there because it's venue specific to them. And actually,
yes.
I worked near a Coca-Cola factory, and the vending machine outside of their place had big, like the full bottle, the 20-ounce bottles of soda for 50 cents a piece.
Nice.
And that's right now in 2020 because they're just like, this is our product. We'll just sell it for cost. We assume if you're on our campus, you're an employee kind of thing.
Right.
Or you're related to an employee. And we had people that would drive from our manufacturing facility over to the other manufacturing facility to go buy the cheap soda.
Yes.
It was great.
And they were like, and then I will stay awake.
And then,
yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. All right. I peer into the vending machine. I see lots and lots of food. It's one of those vending machines that has everything in it because it assumes nobody eats. And so it's like whole meals in there and the candy bars and the power bars and the energy drinks.
Right. Are you saying then that it's one of those cold ones?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's refrigerated kind of thing.
Yeah, the refrigerated ones. Those ones are fascinating. When we finally actually got those in the manufacturing facility that we were at, that was bizarre. I'd never seen one of those before. And I was just like, they're so hardcore.
Okay, so I also want to just language here going, our dude, our protag, Mr., he seems out of it. He seems overwhelmed a lot, and he could be. But that's all I'm getting from his character is just really overwhelmed. Maybe he's on painkillers.
I was gonna say, really
maybe that is it. Because I would bet that with his leg being destroyed like that, he's probably on a lot of painkillers. So anything we know about him right now is in reference to him also being in a decidedly chemically altered state.
Yes.
So I think that sort of explains the dialogue without us being able to go into critique of how men characters are being written.
Right.
Well, I think we should operate from that point right now.
We could totally do that. That's absolutely
because right now he's like, I've encountered this girl. I couldn't think about anything at all. Ghost. And then I was just like, maybe ghost, fixated on ghost for about 5 sentences. And then going, you're crying. I can't handle that. Vending machine, right, vending machine. So much food. The thoughts are very truncated and simplified.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking here.
Again, though, I would say that we could go from both. Because I feel like sometimes, yes, you want to kind of go and give it some feeling. The most what you have in this game is what it tells you.
Right, still talk about what's actually on the page as opposed to what you might assume.
Right. And
hope for canon to clarify at some point.
Yes, but you never know.
If we're not writing from an overwhelmed / chemically altered experience, his dialogue seems really simple and like he's having a
Stilted.
hard time
Stilted.
grasping, yeah, stilted, what's going on around him.
Yeah.
And so that, at any rate.
Yes, so we're gonna have to see next time what's with the lots and lots of food inside the vending machine. So thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please also feel free to share our videos with somebody if you want to like spark a conversation or start something or just have a good laugh with someone, because that is what we are here for. We are here for to have a good time. Yep. We're here for to have the sharing of the feelings and everyone else be able to enjoy their experiences. So and also, other than that, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon. We got some links in the description down below if you'd like to support us, if you'd like to sponsor us to play a video game, or if you'd just like to tip us because you think we're awesome. Other than that, though, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!